Hey, church family. I'm excited to talk to you about regathering for worship, and that's coming up Sunday after next, June the 7th at 10:30. We're ready. We're ready to regather live here at the building. But these are challenging times. Don't joke yourself. We're all kind of perplexed. Maybe you're ready to move from virtual to live. But you know, that's a decision each and every one of us is going to have to make for ourselves and for our family. Hopefully by now you've received a letter. I know the holiday may have messed up receiving it, but hope you've received a letter from us here at the church outlining and just saying here are the provisions that we're taking so that we can regather and do it safely. And so here's what I'm asking today is when you receive this letter this week, please look at it, but look at it carefully. It'll be posted on the website as well. So if you don't receive it in the mail quickly, you can go there and check it out. But we didn't arrive at this overnight. It's about 14 different bullet points to be exact. And we consulted Tennessee.gov and their provisions and what they're suggesting for faith gatherings and houses of worship. We've been on the Knox County Health Department, and if you go there, it doesn't take you very long. You'll be on the Center for Disease Control. And others have sent us input, and we want to thank you for sharing. There's just so much information out there, and we want to do all we can to regather. And we want to be wise in gathering back together, but most importantly, we want to do it in a very safe way for everybody. And so in this letter, we're going to talk about vulnerable populations. And so, if you've got respiratory issues or an immune-compromised system or some cardiovascular issues, we just want you to use common sense and sound judgment in deciding if now's the time for you to gather back at services here at the Farragut Church. Also, we're going to talk about masks, and we're really asking everyone to wear a mask at all times unless you're on the stage. And so that's just something we're asking you to consider, and please do. And that would go for singing as well. We also talk about propping open the doors, and we're just doing that just so that we don't have to touch things and we're not spreading around germs. Also, got a hand sanitizing station here. Actually, we have 6 of those now. They'll be at all 4 of our main entrances and 2 in the Family Life Center, just so that throughout your time here, you don't need to be worried about cleanliness, and whether you're being exposed or not, you can just use those hand sanitizing stations freely. If you touch your face, there's hand sanitizer there for you. We'll be marking off the pews and making other ways to spread us out and keep our social distancing the best we can. Because the question we're all facing right now is, what shall we do? And how shall we move forward? And you already know it. The opinions vary greatly. And those opinions, they're extremes. Some folks think we can't be cautious enough, and now's too soon to be moving forward. Other folks, they think we need to move faster and should have already done it. And the truth is, there's no good answer. The data and all the health facts, they change daily, just depending on where you look and who sends you what and what's going on around the world. But only you can decide, for you, what regathering looks like for you and your family. And so, here's the challenge. Here's the bigger challenge in all of this, and we've been doing a great job. And I really want to commend everybody for how well you've done in showing grace to everyone. You've been doing a fabulous job just looking out for each other and making sure that you're taking care of each other, and you've been doing it in a very safe way. And so I want to encourage us to continue in that same spirit, to show more grace to everyone, more love, more compassion. And you might not even be aware of it, but what we've been doing is we've just really been living out the great commandment to love God and to love others. And so, we've been putting others first And we need to continue to do that. We've been laying down our rights to protect the most vulnerable among us. And so I can't thank you enough for all the love and the cooperation and the giving selfishly. I mean, it's been over and above taking care of not only your family, but your brothers and sisters and your neighbors as well. And so it's that spirit of grace and love that the world so needs. And so, we've got to continue that same spirit if others are going to come to a relationship with Jesus Christ. We're going to have to continue in that same more of Jesus and less of us, putting others first if others are going to experience God's love. So, this is the plan. This is the plan for now. Let me say it that way, because in these times, plans change and facts change. But this is the plan for now. And then in a few weeks, we'll take our next best step. And hopefully we can reintroduce some other things. So let me say it. Is it a perfect plan? I've been over this and over this. Is it perfect? Well, it's not. God didn't write it for us. He didn't engrave it on tablets. But we've studied and we've prayed and we listened, and this is the plan. And so I want to ask you and your family to pray about it as well. You work it out with God, and you work it out with your family if you should regather at this time. And if not, that's okay. That's okay. We look forward to seeing you online live at 10:30. And so check us out. For that, you might need to just go to the Farragut Facebook page. But with that said, we are excited, and boy, I miss you. I know it's going to be hard to gather and not shake some hands and hug each other, but we need to not do that for the sake of each and every one of us and the health of our faith community and our community at large. And so, our job is to share the love of Jesus, and I'm so grateful that hasn't changed. We'll be prepared. We will be prepared. Things will be wiped down and cleaned. The hand sanitizing stations will be out. Come June the 7th at 10:30, we're ready to gather and worship and to celebrate that everything that God has done and is doing among us. And so we'll move forward. But when we move forward, we're going to move forward in faith and will not fear. We look forward to seeing you live with us, online, or here at the building, June 7th, 10:30.